Hi loves, how you all doing? Hope you're doing well. So yes, I've got no makeup on today because I am coming to do another review this week, and the review for this week is going to be the Makeup Forever HD Foundation, and it's just that one there. I'm sure you have all seen this before. It's not new to the market, however it is new to the UK shores, and that's because in the UK, Makeup Forever has just recently launched, as in the past week or so, or a couple of weeks I think, when you actually see this.
Oh my gosh, I just dropped the foundation.
Thoughts. I have worn this before, this particular one. I wore it before this week, and yeah, I just want to share my thoughts on it. I'll also be using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, which is the base mattifying primer as well alongside that. Okay, so to just get started, I'm just going to take the mattifying primer. I've already moisturized my skin. I'm just going to place it on areas that I know that I tend to get oily, which is my T-zone. Now, you really don't need lots of this. So yeah, I tend to get the oiliest here around this part and on my nose, of course, because I have combination skin. One thing I will say with this primer is that it does seep into your skin quite fast. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just take the foundation. So I believe this is the N175, and it comes with a pump, which is good. And I think I use about 3 pumps on my skin. So this is just what one pump looks like. So that's it there. And that's the colour I'm working with. And I'll just put that all over my skin. Initially, it looked quite yellow on my skin, but as I work it in, and I'm using my Sigma F80 brush here, but as I work it into my skin, you can see that it's starting to match me a lot better, as the more I buff it in and work it into my skin. So I have kind of buffed it in. What I've noticed with this is, if you can see there, it dries up quite quickly if you don't work fast, and when it dries it kind of stays in place, so it's so hard to buff in. So yeah, I would have to go over it again with a concealer there, or top it up with more foundation. But this is what I'm working with. As you can see, I still have my hyperpigmentation showing under my eyes, if you can see it there, so that's not gone. And I do have some like spots and stuff. I know this is gross, but I do have some breakouts on my chin for some reason, and you can still kind of see them there. But for a, you know, one-time coat, it is quite a nice finish. It just gives you a light coverage, like a light finish, sorry. I would say it's more of a light to medium coverage as opposed to medium to full coverage, just because I do see my blemishes quite a lot through this foundation. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. Okay, hi guys, so I am finished getting ready now. Now, as I said, I used the mattifying primer wherever that is on my desk right now. I can't find it. I would say that where I placed the primer and where I placed this foundation on top of it, I felt that the primer itself, the foundation, sorry, would stick to the primer area, and make it look a bit more patchy around that particular area. I actually tried this foundation the other day with this. It's the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. And I would say, I haven't tried this out with all foundations, but I would say with this particular foundation, these two did not work. By the end of the day, when I was wearing this foundation the other day, when I say that the foundation literally was falling off my nose, it actually was like coming off, like I could see my true color, if that makes sense, of my skin, and then I could see my foundation like coming off. So yeah, my foundation started separating on my nose and just basically where I get oily. So I wouldn't use that particular moisturizer with this foundation. However, I just felt that this foundation isn't the most mattifying. It's not supposed to be matte. Well, it doesn't claim to be like 24 hours or anything like that, and it does give you a, I would say more of a dewy, not dewy, but more of like a satin matte finish, if that makes sense. So you don't get a complete matte finish with this particular foundation. I found it to be very easy to apply. It's not too thick that it doesn't run, as you saw previously when I showed you it on my hand, but when you apply it onto your skin, it does work in quite easily. However, once you've worked in, and let's say you want to buff it out, especially on areas that I put the primer underneath it, I found it very difficult to buff out the foundation. So even though it's not too thick, I would say that you should still definitely work quite quick with the foundation, or just work in smaller parts when you're applying your foundation. I only did one coat. I think I ended up using 3 to 4 pumps of the foundation. Yeah, and I did just one coat of that on my face, and like you saw, it didn't give me a full coverage at all. So like I said before, it probably is more of a light to medium coverage foundation. So yeah, so if you like that sort of foundation, then you'll like this. If you are one that loves, like I said, a mattifying, you know, Estee Lauder double wear, you know, type foundation, then you're not going to like this particular one, because it doesn't produce the same or similar results to that at all. This one is definitely not mattifying like Estee Lauder, but it does give you more of a, let's say, like a demi matte satin kind of finish to it, which I'm not really a big fan of, because I actually do prefer a matte finish. And if I want to get a any form of a dewiness or any form of a glow, then I would highlight like I have done today. So yeah, I don't know, I'm not a biggest fan of that. I'll put the price of this down below, but I think this was £29, I think it is, in Debenhams. And like I said, Makeup Forever have recently just launched in the UK, so it's about £29 in Debenhams, which is quite steep, especially as I can get like MAC for cheaper, and to me MAC works a bit better than this. And my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation as well is around the same price, and it works a lot better than this as well. So yeah, I'm not 100% happy with this foundation. Is it something I would repurchase? Then probably not, to be honest with you. So once I finish this foundation, I wouldn't necessarily go out and repurchase it. In terms of the color ranges, they do have a lot of color ranges that will suit deeper skin tones, which I find is a big thumbs up to Makeup Forever for this, especially in the UK, because you know how it is in the UK. Like, my UK girls, you know what I'm talking about. Why I say that is because we get a lot of the foundations that you get in America, we get them here, but in terms of the shade ranges, even if you get the darker shade ranges in America, or even the lighter shade ranges in America, for some reason UK just won't stock them. I don't understand that. So to see this launch, and obviously I guess the more higher end it is, then the more likely you are to get the different ranges. But to see this in the Makeup Forever line, I found to be excellent. Yes, you will definitely need to blot throughout the day with this, definitely. Yeah, I found that as I was blotted throughout the day, my foundation was just coming off my nose, like seriously, because that's where I get the oiliest on my nose. And at the end of the day, my foundation had basically gone from my nose, and I just saw patches of foundation, which I'm not impressed about with this. So yeah, I will use this, but it's definitely not in my top 5 foundations at all. And for the price range, I would expect a lot more from it, and especially for the hype that has been going on about Makeup Forever as well, I would just expect a bit more from that. But you know, I think that is everything for this review. But yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram, guys, because I actually am starting to post a lot more beauty related posts on my Instagram, and I think that's it for this. If you have any other questions, or if I forget anything else about this foundation, I will put it in the description box below. And I will probably also have a blog post relating to this as well, so you can keep a lookout for the link down below. If you want me to do any other videos, then please let me know down below. And if you've tried out this foundation yourself, then also let me know your thoughts on it down below. And yeah, let's carry on talking. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you and speak to you in my next video. Take care. Bye. Ciao.